hey, who knows if money will be there at the time, but you better be happy now, and the only way to be happy now is to do what you enjoy. So it changes your entire life to form a future and live in that future, to create that world for yourself, that perfect you, alters every single thing you do. It alters the way you drink water. It alters the way you choose food. It alters the way you walk down the street, the way you hold yourself. Because when you have a goal, it gives you energy just to have a goal. When you have an inspiration, nothing gets in your way, right? You're like, well, I want to do this. Even if it's as simple as I want to go take a walk in nature, or I'm hungry now, I think I'm going to go eat. It gives you motivation, direction. You know exactly what to do. You have the energy to do it. You can manifest energy in yourself just by having a goal. No, I never said anything about achieving the goal. Just having a goal gives you energy, gives you direction, gives you purpose. And if you look around, what's up on planet Earth is nobody knows what their goals are. Nobody knows what they're trying to achieve, and so they're like, oh well, I guess I don't have to do anything, and so they don't have any energy. They don't have any inspiration, driving force. So have goals all the time. And if you are ever feeling a lack of energy all of a sudden, maybe you need new goals. Maybe you need to revisit your goals and modify them. But as you create a vision for the perfect you, that's your goal. And create a vision for the perfect world, that's your goal. How are you going to make it happen? What can you do? That's all you got to worry about. And then you suddenly have energy. You have direction. You have purpose. You're a person with a mission. No one's going to get in your way. You go to a family of gathering, like we've all been to recently, and people want to bicker and be silly, and you say, nope, not interested. I live in a perfect world. I live as a part of this new cosmic family. I live a part of this new reality that I've created for myself, and in my reality, my friends wouldn't be happy if I gave in to gossip. My friends wouldn't think it a very high deed on my part. In my perfect world, the planet's clean. I don't want to dirty the planet with those vibrations. It gives you a structure. Part of what makes this world so exciting is there isn't much of a structure. So there's great opportunity to create a new one. You need to create a structure for yourself, because everywhere around you, you see structure being destroyed. You see things falling apart that clearly don't fit anymore, and you wonder where's the new stuff that's going to take its place. Well, gee, that's why you're here. You're here to create the new things that take the place of the old. So create a structure for yourself and live in it. Create a future for yourself, create goals and live in them. This is how you work with the Crown Center, and this is why it's so important, because when your set of possibilities is controlled, that's mind control. When you free your sense of what's possible, that's mental freedom, and then you can go about doing it. So we've been focusing in the upper body. I'd like to focus in the lower body before we go. I think the center that just my sense of the whole energy of the call and what the angels want to do, I think the best center to focus on would be the stomach, but if you have a different center that you'd prefer to focus on, please do. If you don't have a different idea, then I'll just talk about the stomach and you can focus on that. The focal point for the stomach is at the top of the stomach, but the way to attune to your stomach is to start at the belly button. So please notice your belly button. You can touch it if you want to. And then focus your awareness more inward. From the belly button, go inward to the center of the body. This is roughly where the bottom of the stomach is. But from the bottom of the stomach, go now to the top of the stomach. Travel vertically up the length of the stomach to the top. The top of the stomach, where the stomach and the esophagus meet, this is the focal point. It's the solar plexus point. It's just below your diaphragm. So where stomach and esophagus meet, there's a sphincter that allows food in and out. That's the constant. That's where you're focusing. So please feel that point. Try to merge with the stomach with a focal point at this point at the top. This center of the body is related to bones and stone. And as you focus here, it makes you feel more sturdy and well defended and resistant to other people telling you what to do and instead deciding what you want to do. And if we all concentrate there deeply, we can cultivate this quality not only for ourselves but for the whole planet full of people. Imagine a world where everyone refused to let their identity be determined by someone else. A world where people refused to sit back and do nothing when they saw things they didn't approve of. A world where people took personal responsibility. Perhaps my favorite phrase for the current state of evolution on planet Earth. Personal responsibility. If any of these people had a shred of it, we'd live in a very different world. People need to take responsibility. With every thought they think and everything they do and what they buy and what they advocate, by non-action, what they support, by action, what they support, people need to realize they are responsible. We are responsible for what we vibrate into this world and what we do. And if we take responsibility, life becomes a lot more fun. Because with personal responsibility comes freedom, because now you can choose what happens. You can decide what happens in your life. You can have an influence on what happens in this world. So the only way to freedom is to first take responsibility for your own behavior, and then change your behavior. And then that's how you change everything around you. It's how you change yourself. It's the only way it really works. Changing others doesn't work. Changing yourself works, and then you end up vibrationally shifting everything around you. So the stomach center, as you focus there deeply, you're radiating out the signals I'm describing to you to the whole planet, and it's like a wake-up call. People don't need a wake-up call in their brain anymore. They know they want change. They don't need an exalted sense of their own identity right now. They need to get up and take action. They need to start doing something useful. They need to take action. They need to become a massive force of physical planetary change. They need to move. And a lot of them are too tired to do so, or they don't know what to do. Well, that's where you come along. You who